David Security here on Tuesday, November 3rd, wanting to share with you an update on the security situation here in Tunisia. So I wanted to share two articles and then go into a little bit of our expat personal security workshop, which has some tips that you can use as an expat or traveler and adjust your security posture here in Tunis, Tunisia. So this first article here that I'm looking at from the Express and Star talks about the negative impact that the Sousse attack that took place late June this year has had on the Tunisian economy. So the article goes into the fact that the impact has been so severe that at least 70 hotels have closed since September. This is because tourism plays a big part here in Tunisia, contributing to at least 10% of the country's economy and employs 400,000 people directly and indirectly. So big negative impact that attack had on the Tunisian economy, and the Prime Minister was recently on the record saying that it would take Tunisia about 2 to 3 years to get back to where they were before the attack. So Tunisia definitely needs some support. The Nobel Peace Prize that it won recently has helped the situation in terms of PR, in terms of people seeing the positive things that's going on here in Tunisia, but still needs a lot of help. And the government is taking proactive measures to address the security concerns. But on another note, more relevant to our security awareness today here in Tunisia, I wanted to highlight the story of some political turmoil going on within the ruling party. So, and why this is relevant to us as expats, as travelers, is that these political conflicts have a tendency then to go onto the street in the form of protests and demonstrations. So it's always good for expats and travelers to be aware of these things so that we're not just reacting and we're not in our bubbles and feel shocked and when things get a little bit more challenging. So this article talks about the infighting that's going on, and one person in the article here that's quoted is quoted as saying that the party no longer exists as we know it, that is neither Tunis, the current ruling party here in Tunisia, and that there will be a split. So this commotion will definitely have some kind of impact on the security situation overall. What kind of impact would it have? We cannot say right now. But what we can do is just become aware of this situation. So, like I said, we're not totally shocked if things escalate. So this is what we talk about in our personal security awareness workshop, where we go into the ways in which you as an expat or traveler can stay engaged, informed, and you feel that you know what's going on so that you can be able to do what you're here to do, which is connect, explore, and thrive. So we talk about this in the workshop, and so one of the things you can do as an expat or traveler is create your own risk assessment. So this is one of the things we do in the workshop is we go through your day, your activities, or your purpose and mission here, and we look at real crime rates and things that are taking place here. So we try to stay away from the headlines, although they're important, but we focus on actual numbers, actual incidents that are taking place here in Tunisia that you can address as an expat and for your personal security. With the understanding, having a strong foundation about personal security, understanding that a lot of it is on you, and also understanding that the crime rate in Tunisia is pretty low compared to any major city. So while the terrorism headlines, and we see a lot of arrest headlines and so forth, it's very good to sell newspapers and so forth. But the reality is that that's not the everyday situation here in Tunisia, fortunately, for the time being. And so what you really have to be concerned about as an expat, as a traveler, are the day-to-day things, driving, safety, going about town, petty crime, and so forth. So these are the things that we focus on in the workshop so that you can be aware and then take the necessary action in your own personal security. So what we're encouraging expats and travelers is to maintain that awareness, that focused awareness when you're in a large crowd, and to know your situation, know your environment, and then engage accordingly. So that's our update for today. You can read the articles online, the two that I mentioned, about the economic situation here in Tunisia, the impact that the Sousse attack has had here in Tunisia, and the developing sort of political turmoil that's going on and how that could have further consequences here in Tunisia. Also, you can get more information about the Expat Personal Security Workshop. You can get more information about the security situation here in Tunisia by going to www.tunisiasecurityupdate.com. So feel free to send in your questions and comments. You can, your questions about personal security, travel security, residential security, or any general security questions. Feel free to send them in. I'll be happy to answer them. I'm at David Security on Twitter. And I hope you got something from this video. Thank you. Stay safe and stay empowered.